While I realize that this review might be a tad bit late, I still wanted to talk about the first spy thriller of the year, even though off the top of my head, I'm not sure we're getting any others. This is my review of The 355. When a top-secret weapon falls into mercenary hands, a wildcard CIA agent joins forces with 3 international agents on a lethal mission to retrieve it before it falls into the wrong hands. Now, before I properly start with my review for The 355, I want to know your thoughts because I'm sure you've seen it before I ever did. So throw it all down there in the comments below. And if you like movies and TV, this is the place to be, so consider clicking that subscribe button if you enjoy what you see here, so you don't miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV. So as we've established, I'm probably the last person in the world watching this film, and this is going to be one that is tough to talk about, because I usually do the good things first, the bad things last, and then come to a consensus. Everything in this film is a bit within the mixed category. I think our ensemble cast that includes Jessica Chastain, Lupita Nyong'o, Diane Kruger, Penélope Cruz, and Bingbing, they're great, and Sebastian Stan as well. They're all great. There are certain moments where you can see they're giving 110% in their performances. Like, nobody came into this just to collect a paycheck. There was some passion, there was good chemistry, there were good dynamics and good humanity, or at least humanity enough to these characters. But within the context of this story and how this story is told, it just feels very standard. It doesn't really stand out amongst the pack, the plethora of spy thrillers that we get year after year. This just feels like another one where it doesn't properly have any particular distinguished flair to it. Simon Kinberg, who has written some great films, produced some great films, and to be fair, there's a few duds in there as well, I just don't think he has particularly found a style as a director. He hasn't particularly found a way to tell stories on camera. I find that he can create these really good moments. I find that he has these really good ideas that he clearly communicates to his cinematographer, and they can get these cool moments on camera, but he doesn't really have a voice behind it. He doesn't really have a distinguished style. You cannot look at either Dark Phoenix or this and say that's a Simon Kinberg film, because it could have been directed by anyone, and I think that's the biggest issue with this film. The editing also doesn't help. It doesn't particularly have the worst editing, but this has some of the worst moments of continuity I have seen in a big budgeted studio film in a long while. The action sequences as well, they're overall competent. Sometimes you'll see a cool wide shot, a cool swooping movement of the camera, but then you also see a ton of cuts, and the continuity also affects these action sequences tremendously. It's just overall one of those films that feels hard to remember. I just watched it. I finished like 20 minutes ago tops, and I'm already having a tough time remembering it because everything is so the same, like so many other spy thrillers and spy action years that we've seen before. Again, everyone in front of the camera gives 100%, but Sebastian Stan, for instance, he's giving it his all, but he's literally just playing the Winter Soldier, except not cool. And Bingbing feels odd in this film. From what I remember, she was announced like anyone else. So she was announced alongside Diane Kruger and Penélope Cruz and Lupita Nyong'o, but the visual dynamic of this film completely changes when she comes in, because it feels like the film basically just had reshoots to add her in. This film has a ton of wides, a ton of mid shots, ensemble shots of looking at everyone talking to one another. It's a cinematic film, a cinematic enough film, But whenever Fan Bingbing comes in, you just see mid and close-up shots of her, like they're trying to insert her in this film. You barely see her in a wide shot with everyone else. It happens once or twice. I think you can count on one hand how many times you see her in a wide alongside the rest of the team of the 355 in this. It constantly feels jarring and awkward and completely takes you out, and I can't quite put my finger on it. It looks too awkward for it to be a generic shot like she was there with everyone else. It looks very odd. Very, very freaking awkward. But it also looks too good for it to just be a visual effect where they shot her in front of a green screen and then inserted her into the shots. I think there might have been some CG double or a body double situation going on, so I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, the 355 is entertaining enough, but it just doesn't stand out. It doesn't linger in memory for too long. It's a film that looks, moves, and feels like any other within this genre, and I don't think the charisma of the leads or their acting prowess really could save it. I can't dig on it too much, but I also can't praise it too much. It's a film that feels like it's just there. It exists, and that's what makes it so forgettable. I'm giving the 355 a C. But those are only my thoughts on the 355. What did you think about it? If you've seen it, any and everything down there in the comments below. And if you like movies and TV, make sure you click that subscribe button if you enjoy what you saw here, so you don't miss any future conversation on your favorite movies and TV, such as my Scream movie ranking dropping tomorrow, and there's already a review for the new Scream movie. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to my channel members Bruna and Stuart for making this video possible. I hope to see you on those videos coming soon, or on any other that I already have up on the channel. So until the next one, love each other, and love the movies.